Phillies and Joe Colts, welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, Higadash here. So I did end up having to look up a walkthrough, and what we are supposed to do next is present the evidence list, the list of evidence in the SLI incident, ripped in half so only part remains. Showing evidence isn't going to do me any good now. Gotta get Lana to tell me everything she's hiding. Mr. Wright, you're evolving by leaps and bounds. Well, so I thought we were supposed. The thing said to present her stuff so that we can talk to her. The talk option is checked right now, I think. I'm starting to see the hunger in your eyes. Okay. So I think there was an option to present or something during this little talk option. So maybe I got it wrong, and that's the deal. Let me, skip forward a bunch. So, show me proof the chief can't falsify evidence in that case. Okay. So I think I presented the strip of cloth, and you're supposed to present the evidence list for that. I just found this in a safe in the chief's office. This jar piece and the strip of cloth. You know what these are. They're pieces of evidence from the SLI incident. The person concealing evidence was none other than Chief Gant himself. Now tell me, why are you taking all the blame for him? Dun, dun, dun. Touche, Mr. Wright. So we didn't actually present. It's funny. We presented the evidence list, but Phoenix didn't even mention the evidence list. It's as you surmised. I cannot disobey the chief's orders, even if it means being found guilty for murder. Okay, why not? Come now, Mr. Wright. You can't possibly expect me to be able to tell you that. So she's going to keep trying to confess all the way up till tomorrow, it looks like. 3 days ago, I had no choice but to cooperate. What did you say? In the murder of Detective Goodman. So did she actually do it? Or perhaps I should say, follow orders. Yes, that's more accurate than cooperate. Okay, we have a talk option for orders. So it's sort of just going in order here, just one talk option replaced by another, and another, and another. Oh, I can't tell you the detail. Why not? I'm your defense attorney. I sort of need to know this stuff. I can say that I was given an order that day. I need you to dispose of Bruce Goodman's body. Oh shit. Okay, so yeah, it's definitely... You'll find it inside the trunk of Miles Edgeworth's car. And then did she stab the body in order to make it look like she had done it? Okay. How did it get... So, I guess, Gant killed Goodman, then threw the body into Edgeworth's car, and Edgeworth didn't know it, because there was only 3 minutes between the supposed murder and, between Edgeworth's car arriving and this supposed just as I suspected. Despite what everyone believes, you are not the one who murdered Detective Goodman. Correct. I was trying to take the body out of Edgeworth's car. And so the knife was in the mouth. The trunk was broken. I discovered that murder weapon while inspecting the body. So, was it supposed to look... So, was Gant trying to make it look like Edgeworth did it? The murder weapon? You mean Edgeworth's knife? No. Okay, when I found the body, this was the knife stuck in it. And so she disposed of it and put Edgeworth's knife in there instead. So, it sounds like Gant wanted her to try to frame Edgeworth for it, but I guess things didn't go as planned, and Angel saw her, and she ended up having to take the knife from the SL9 incident, serial killer Joe Dark's knife. I couldn't just leave that knife in him, so I took it out and stabbed him with another knife. Honestly, that would be Edgeworth's knife. That's right. Or maybe it was just whatever knife she could find. It wasn't trying to incriminate Edgeworth, but, she knew the SL9 knife would lead back to Gant. Even though he was already dead, my hands were shaking at the thought of stabbing him. That's why I ended up cutting my hand. And that's the reason for the bandage on your right hand. Yes. It seems that I got blood on the victim's shoes as well. Unless perhaps it was already there. And then she saw me just as I plunged the knife. Angel. Miss Star. Why did you need to hide Dark's knife so badly? Yeah, so badly is right. She didn't hide it very well. Okay, Dark's knife, let's ask about that. It took a lot of work to finally close the Dark case 2 years ago. Excuse me. I'm saying it was over with. I didn't ever want it to be open again. My intent was to prevent that by whatever means possible. The fact that she forged the evidence, and because she is under the impression that Joe Dark actually did do it, which may or may not be correct, but she doesn't want people to start questioning it. So, you hid Dark's knife. The weapon used to stab the detective was evidence in the Joe Dark case. Excuse me, I'm yawning again. So, why would, I guess his cover had been blown when Gant revealed that in the, on day one. If word got out, which it would, the reporters would have a field day with that and possibly reopen the case. So you wrapped the knife in your scarf and hid it. Edgeworth's exhaust pipe. Right. Then I called my sister to tell her what happened and to ask her to hide the knife that was inside my muffler. You got Emma to hide the knife. Oh, God. What? You asked Emma? I didn't want anyone on the force to know about this. So you get your sister involved. That would explain why Emma is so confident. About Lena's innocence. Speaking of phone calls, I had a bad feeling about one of them that day. A bad feeling? The truth is, after I received those orders from Chief Gantz, the first thing I did was make a phone call. Well, okay. A phone call to Patrolman Jake Marshall. So he knew about Marshall. Why on earth would you call him? The lead investigator for the SL9 incident had been murdered, and it was them two that were left. An Angel. I wanted that fact to be kept hidden, and I needed help. What, the fact that he was murdered at all? He is the only other person I could trust. Or at least... Excuse me. Or at least I thought I could trust him at the time. But, you'll see. However, it seems that after I spoke to him, he went off on an escapade of his own to try to get the evidence back. So, she received those orders before the 5:15, and so Marshall did it. So they're not unrelated. It's not a mere coincidence. Oh, you mean, not wanting the case to die, he decided to take things into his own hands. Excuse me. He disguised himself as Officer Goodman and tried to steal the evidence. Yeah, I mean, he knew that Goodman was dead, so he wouldn't run into the real one. He had already stolen the ID card. So he actually was somewhere near the body. Like, that's actually Goodman's coat and hat and whatnot. But it seems he still hadn't made up his mind to break into the evidence room. After my phone call, any remaining doubts he had must have disappeared. So he already had the ID? So your phone call caused the incident in the evidence room? Yeah, indirectly, I suppose. Excuse me. I hate how I always yawn when I play this game. I have no idea why. It's this game and only this game. But, I'm afraid that's all I can tell you. But Lana, you've earned my respect, Mr. Wright. Both as a defense attorney and an investigator. Now, please, don't pursue this any further in court tomorrow. Yeah, I'm gonna pursue it further in court tomorrow. Tomorrow's trial, and there's only one way to drive off Lana's demons. I've got to get to the bottom of everything. Detective Goodman's real murderer was Chief Gant. And what went down in the chief's office 2 years ago. Okay. So we need to. Is he saying we need to figure out? Let's see. To be continued. Okay, I'll continue on, and I don't want to save my cleared stage date. I'll do the February 24th defendant lobby, that thing, and then I'll end it. See, 9:47 a.m. District Court defendant lobby number 2. See, this is the defendant lobby, alright, but there is no defendant. Lana didn't show. I've been trying to reach Lana all morning. Where could she be? You would think that she would be, the police would escort her directly from her cell to court. And where's Emma, for that matter? It almost seems as if something's been happening behind the scenes, says an unknown voice. Don't tell me it's Gant. And Emma's also in a cell, I suppose. Oh no, Edgeworth is saying, let's see. Edgeworth. So, I think maybe what we're gonna have to do here is try to get him on our side, so we can both work against each other to lead to the conclusion that Gant did it. What was I gonna say? I forgot. Edgeworth is coming to the defendant lobby, which is highly unorthodox. But he senses that this case smells to me. Knowing you've already figured it out. Who the owner of the 7777777 ID number is. Well, I have a pretty strong hunch. Let's see. Looks like I'm not the only one who's figured it out. The only reason this trial didn't reach a verdict yesterday is because there was still room for doubt on this ID record. If that number does belong to whom you suspect, then no doubt will remain that it was Gant and not Lana. And after all, he hasn't been officially charged with anything. Yeah, that's the problem with the whole having to turn prosecutor in the middle of the trial. Right? True, not yet, but hopefully he will after today's proceedings. In any event, once all doubt has been removed from that list, I can call for a ruling on the defendant 5 minutes after the trial starts, and then it will be found guilty. Wait, what? I thought the whole idea was to not get Lana found guilty because it's Gant. Although she really is an accomplice. But she didn't do it. I figured you'd say as much. That's why I came here. To hear what you have to say. This is the first time he's ever done something like that. Lana's hiding something, and the only way we'll ever know the truth is to draw it out of her. Which it cannot be done by having a 5-minute trial. The truth. Everything goes back to the SL9 incident. Don't be stupid. It's the last day of the trial. You don't have time to reminisce about the past. Well, we're gonna have to. That depends on you! Exclamation point! If she's found guilty, you'll lose your only chance to find out what really happened. Can't. Excellent. Oh, think about it. See you in court, right? And he fades away. This is it. If I'm ever going to find out what Chief Gant has on her, it's now. Okay, February 25th, 10 a.m., District Court, courtroom number 9. Alright, we'll end it there, and I'll see you in the next one. I'll make a dash them out.